Good morning, y'all, and happy Tuesday. I am Tara Hewlett with Back Pain and Joint Center of Texas here in Conroe, Texas. And I come live to you guys on Facebook every week to share with you guys a recipe that we incorporate here at our own house in our lifestyle of eating a low inflammation diet. A low inflammation diet would consist of no gluten, sugar, or dairy. So good morning, Lee. How are you? Sorry, I missed the last few weeks because we were out of town, but we are back. And so today we are going to do sweet potato hash for breakfast. My husband loves this one. We have definitely loved to incorporate sweet potatoes in a lot of different recipes since they're good for you and a great alternative to a potato and other things. So we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to start with our sausage since that'll take a bit longer to cook. I'm glad you're good. I use just your, this is turkey sausage. Any brand of turkey sausage will work. There's different brands that are cleaner than others, but this is just Jenny-O's, just from, I think like Kroger's or Walmart when I grabbed it the other day. So we're gonna cut this open and dump it in our pan, and we're gonna go ahead and turn it on like medium high-ish. Let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, so turkey sausage, the reason why we would use turkey sausage is it's a lot cleaner and healthier and leaner meat than pork sausage would be. Pork is not the cleanest meat you can go with. So, we like to substitute with our turkey and other things as much as possible. Now, what I do is our favorite breakfast sausage before was always Jimmy Dean's maple sausage, and it was pork. But I figured out by adding just red peppers, crushed red peppers, and then some real maple syrup, it has that same flavor as Jimmy Dean's. So we're not like missing anything, and my kids love it, and everybody's happy, and it still has all the taste that we need. So I just will take about, let me grab a measuring spoon so I can kind of tell you. I'm going to say about, let me see, about a little less than a half of a teaspoon of crushed red pepper that you'll toss in there, and then some of our maple syrup. Our maple syrup, we're gonna do about a teaspoon. So I just kind of throw it all in there, and then I start mashing it. So it's still in the tube shape. And we're gonna have our crushed red pepper, and then we have our maple syrup. And then we're just gonna start breaking it up. I kind of switch angles of the camera so you guys could see when I'm cooking. When I face the other direction, you can't see the stove so well. All right, just get it all mixed in. So all of our turkey sausage has some of the crushed red pepper and the syrup on it. We're just gonna leave it, it's all broken up, and we're just gonna let that cook for a little bit. And now with the pure maple syrup, so I know it does cost a little bit more, but it comes in this big old jug. I mean, it's 32 ounces. So I think it's important if you're a syrup person to switch to maple over your fake stuff, because it doesn't have the corn syrup and all the stuff in it. This is just fresh out of the tree. So definitely go that route. And I usually get those big jugs like at H-E-B has them. Most grocery stores will have it. I think H-E-B usually has a good size one. And I think Kroger's does too. Costco does. I don't know about Sam's, but okay, so next we're gonna have our sweet potato, and we're just gonna peel it. I should have a bowl to peel it in. So I have two of my kids missing this week. They play rugby. I know, a little crazy. So they are not home. My boys are not home. So I just have my girls and my husband and myself. So we're just a family of 4 for this week. So I don't have to make as much as I usually do, which is kind of off because you just know. Usually you're like, oh, I need this many. So you kind of have to rethink so you don't have too many of the leftovers. All right. So we'll cut the ends of our sweet potato off. I just always cut them off. I don't know. And we're just gonna slice. As you can see, I'm slicing. Then you can do, if you wanna slice it down the middle and lay it flat. That's an option too. And do it this way. So you'll want these to be, okay, so do them about bite size. So what would be on a fork? Sometimes our bites are too big. So, you know, roughly this big. Good bite size. Get this all cut up. All right, so we have our sweet potato all peeled and diced. So we have that. Let's give our sausage a quick little stir. Just a little bit more. So if you don't like more, if you like less heat, you could definitely do like a 1/4 of a teaspoon of that crushed red pepper, or even an 1/8. So kind of go with what, if you know you like it, heat or not. Okay, so with our sweet potatoes, so I cut up right now 1 sweet potato. For our family of 6, I typically would do 3 to 4 sweet potatoes, depending on the size. Like, you know, some are like bigger, smaller, fatter, and whatnot. I already kind of have some in the oven going. So for us tonight, for just my family of 4 tonight, we will do like 2 to 3, a little bit less since we don't need all of them. There's less mouths. My girls don't eat as much as my boys. They're growing big boys. All right, so now we're just gonna toss it in some avocado oil. And then this is just the chosen, let me see if I can get you to see without the light blinding it. There you go. Pure avocado. Now I will tell you, when I was at the store the other day, I couldn't find my favorite brand, which is, it left my mind. Primal Kitchen. There we go. Primal Kitchen. They have really good clean products that I do like. This one's good, but Primal Kitchen's my favorite. So I'm just gonna toss it in a little bit of avocado oil. Avocado oil is better. It can go at a higher heat temperature than olive oil can. So we're gonna put this in the broiler in a minute and broil our sweet potatoes. That's kind of how I like them. I like them a little bit toasty. So if you don't, you can definitely put them on the stove and toss them there. I also think it's easier and faster to do it in the broiler. So that's why we would also use avocado oil over olive oil, and also it's a lot lighter of an oil. So, all right, we'll toss just a little bit of salt, some cracked pepper. All right, and then my measuring spoon. Let me see here. I'm gonna say, let me see. Yeah, let's do, if you're doing, like I'm gonna do 3 sweet potatoes, I would do 3/4 of a teaspoon. 3/4 of a teaspoon of cumin. Sorry, I didn't tell you what to put. I just put cumin on there. And then now we're gonna do some oregano. And for the oregano, that's like a 1/2 of a teaspoon. So we're at just crushed pepper or cracked pepper and salt to taste. And then let's just say a teaspoon of cumin and then 1/2 of your oregano. And then toss it with some olive oil and then grab a spatula. And then we're just gonna toss it around. So here we have, give it a good little toss. And then we're just gonna pop this in the oven. Oh, what I like about the broiler, it's so fast. So I'll put it like a first 5 minutes or maybe like 4. Check it, toss them around so the other side can get evenly coated. And then watch them from there for another like 3 minutes. So I mean total 7 minutes-ish. So pretty quick. All right, let me toss these in there. All right, and let's check our sausage. All right, our sausage is looking good. It's almost done. Breaking it up a little bit more. All right, so I will throw in some onion into our sausage. So I usually just go, this is just a yellow onion. I usually pick whatever onion's the cheapest and I go with that. Yellow or sweet, either one. And my kids usually like to, if I put them in charge, I've stopped putting them in charge of the onion. If I put them in charge of the onion, they will get the biggest, fattest onion possible, which I'm like, I'm wasting. So I feel like for most recipes, the smallest onion you can find is good, because otherwise you just don't need that much onion. So I try to find as smaller one as possible. All right, so let's go ahead and just got a sweet potato piece there. Dice this up. I'm having trouble today, y'all. All right. So we'll probably just use this 1/2 of an onion, because a whole onion would still be too much. So 1/2 an onion, diced up, and we will add this to our sausage, and it will also get some of that sweetness of the maple syrup. Get a little caramelized there, which will be so yummy. Give that a toss. Just break up any big pieces you still might have. So this is where we're at. We have our onion, it's like steaming, and our turkey maple sausage. So for just a second, and then we'll go on. All right, we'll give that 1 minute. Let's go check our sweet potatoes. They cook pretty quick in the broiler, and see how those are going. Okay, good. We'll leave those in there for another like 3 to 4 minutes, and then those should just about be ready. We have our sweet potato going. Now I'm gonna throw spinach because I feel like the more green we can have in our daily meals, the better. So, and I do love spinach. So, if you like kale, you could do kale. So I have about 1.5 cups. So we'll go ahead and let's give this just a minute for these onions. Just a few more little big pieces. All right. So you kind of want those onions start to be like clear a little bit, lighter, not so bold white like when you cut an onion. The softer they get, that's when they're done. And then we'll give it a second, and then we'll toss in our spinach for a minute. Okay, so since we're doing food, this we've been doing at the office. Lunches, kids meals for the Montgomery County. So if you haven't heard, I'm so excited to tell you guys about this. It's a great opportunity. We're so glad that we could like help serve and team up with kids meals. So in Montgomery County, the kids meals provides lunches for 9,000 children a month. Like, I know that's, when she first told me that a couple weeks ago, I was just floored. I was like, 9,000 children? That's insane. That, typically during the school year, they would have lunch at school provided, and since it's summer, they don't have them, so they provide lunches for them over the summer for children who are in need and don't have that. So I was just floored. My mind can't comprehend 9,000 lunches. That's a ton. So we teamed up with them, which we're so excited, and that we will be donating a percentage of our exam fees to provide lunches for them, as well as any of our patients who want to donate extra money. So for a lunch, it's roughly about $2. That's it, $2 for one of their lunches. So we're so excited that we can help them provide and help feed some of these 9,000 children. So hopefully you guys will join with us and help us feed the children of Montgomery County. And we're so excited to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and toss in our spinach. And just give that a little mix until the spinach starts to wilt just a little bit and get soft, and then that'll be done. All right, so we'll go ahead and turn on, let me grab this clicker real quick. Not a clicker. This one, I don't know what it is, this one burner here, just it usually doesn't want to light, and we have to like self-light it. Well, there we go. Otherwise, it just does that annoying click, 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 click. Who knows? All right, let's toss this. So we'll get started on our egg. Now, this is where I am not the greatest. I can never remember if it's, I think it's over easy, maybe, where you cook both sides. We like that over sunny side up, which is one side, because it looks like a sun, I think. So you can do whichever egg style you would want. I mean, even if you don't like runny eggs, you could do scrambled for this. So we will definitely do a, I think it's over easy egg. So that way it's not, we don't like it where the egg white is so runny, just mostly the yolk. So when you cut into it, it just flows. It's so good. Oh my goodness. All right, this is almost done. Our spinach is starting to wilt. I'll show you as soon as it is. You definitely could put more spinach in there. You could probably, because spinach is one of those things when you cook it, it just shrinks up. So you could go, I put like 1.5 cups. You could go 3 cups or more if you wanted. And you'll see like that bowl was full, right? But then when you cook it, it just shrivels up. So it's not a ton of spinach in there. All right, so as you can see, our sausage is done, our spinach is wilted, and our onions are clear, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So, it's hot. When you have a uncooked onion, it's white, right? And then when it's cooked, it becomes clear like that. So you want it to become clear. And then that's when you know your onion's done. All right, let's check on these sweet potatoes. Okay, so this is the point where you would say, most people would say they're done. So they look like this. They're all lightly toasted and look beautiful. I'm gonna show you, I'll take it out now so I don't forget. But I prefer, there's just one of them. Do you see how it's got like a little brown toast? I like that because it gives a little bit of a crunch. The rest of my family doesn't. I like that. But these are done, so super quick and super fast. All right, let's go ahead and get started on our egg. All right, got 2 eggs, and we're just gonna give it 1 minute. Oh, we can turn our sausage off. Okay, so while one side is starting to cook, as you can see, it's like getting white and solid, then we'll flip it. While that's happening, we'll go ahead and get it. We have an avocado, because avocados are like the best fruit, right, there is. So we'll slice that up. Hi, Gigi. Gigi's just coming in the kitchen. All right. And this is that's a good avocado. So I always tell people, my thing is to try to get that where the seed is, as like this one's like light green. Don't get bold green. You can go lightish where it's starting to turn brown like this one, or a light brown. If it's solid brown, it's too far. But that usually will tell you that it's soft and it's ripe. It's ready to go. So I'm just cutting thin little slices in here. So, all right, so let's go ahead and flip these. And I just fold it. Let's see if I can show you. If I can do both. Okay, so I just take it and I just fold it over. Oh, darn it, I cracked it when I was, the egg didn't crack, but the little white. Okay. We're just gonna let that side cook now. All right, let's go ahead and start plating our food. All right, so we'll take our sweet potatoes. Okay. Some of our sausage and spinach. You definitely could mix these up together. Isn't that looking so good? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. And then let's check on our eggs. Let's give it 1 more minute. And then we have our, we'll go ahead and put our avocado sliced down. I will take about like 3 or 4 slices of our avocado. And we're just gonna lay those on top. Like so. And then now we'll take our egg. See if I can grab it without cracking it. It's like in a little corner there, it's hard to grab. I'm having trouble with this spatula. There we go. Okay. Doesn't that look so good? Here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we like in our house, we used to like the Chipotle Tabasco sauce, but since we try to eliminate sugar and dairy and gluten from our diet, since we do a low inflammation diet, the siete has a chipotle flavor, and so it's good and it's clean. So we switched over to them, and so we'll just douse just a little bit. We like just a little bit of heat on there. It comes out sadly quicker than I would like. And then we'll do a little bit of cracked pepper on top of our egg, and then ta-da! Oh my gosh! So watch. Now we have our sweet potato hash, and then when we crack our yolk, it's just gonna come oozing. Oh, right? So good, and so excited. Oh my gosh! And you get that runny yolk right there. So good. So you guys have a great Tuesday, the rest of the day, and a great week, and I will see you next week. I come on every Tuesday around 9 a.m. to share with you guys a new recipe that our family incorporates in a low inflammation diet. You guys have a great week. See you next week.